In the vast chronicles of human history, warfare has been a defining element of survival, power, and conquest. Across centuries and continents, certain warriors have stood out, not just for their courage, but for their sheer lethality on the battlefield. These were individuals or groups who mastered the art of war, often turning the tides of empires and leaving legacies that still inspire awe today. But what made these warriors so deadly? Was it their weapons, their training, their tactics, or the indomitable spirit that drove them to victory even against overwhelming odds? In today's video, we'll delve into 8 of ancient history's most fearsome warriors, exploring their lives, their methods, and the marks they left on history. This is the story of warriors who defied the impossible and redefined the art of war. The Spartans of ancient Greece are synonymous with discipline, strength, and an almost superhuman ability to endure. From a young age, Spartan boys were subjected to the agoge, a rigorous training program designed to turn them into perfect soldiers. Every aspect of their lives was geared toward war. They ate sparingly to harden their bodies, trained relentlessly to perfect their skills, and were taught to value the collective over the individual. Their most famous stand came in 480 BCE, during the Battle of Thermopylae, where 300 Spartans, led by King Leonidas, held off the massive Persian army 4 days. Their phalanx formation, where shields and spears created an impenetrable wall, became a model of military strategy. While their society was brutal and unforgiving, it produced warriors who were nearly invincible on the battlefield. In feudal Japan, the samurai emerged as a warrior class bound by the code of Bushido, or the way of the warrior. They were not just fighters, but also scholars and artists, embodying a philosophy that valued loyalty, honor, and discipline above all else. Their iconic weapon, the katana, was not only a tool of death, but a symbol of their identity. Crafted with meticulous precision to be both beautiful and deadly, samurai warfare was defined by strategy and individual combat. Unlike the massed armies of other cultures, the samurai valued duels that demonstrated skill and bravery. Their role evolved over centuries, from battlefield warriors to administrators and advisors, during Japan's more peaceful eras, but their legacy as elite fighters remains unparalleled in history. Under the leadership of Genghis Khan, the Mongols built the largest contiguous empire in history. Central to their success was their unparalleled skill as horsemen and archers. A Mongol warrior could ride 4 days, subsisting on dried meat and fermented milk, and deliver deadly precision with their composite bows, even at full gallop. The Mongols' ability to adapt their tactics to any environment made them nearly unstoppable. They combined psychological warfare, spreading fear through mass slaughter and intimidation, with advanced military strategies such as feigned retreats and multi-pronged attacks. By the time they reached the gates of Europe in the 13th century, the Mongols were regarded as the most fearsome force the world had ever seen. The Roman legions were the backbone of an empire that spanned 3 continents and lasted over a millennium. Roman soldiers were not born, but made through rigorous training that emphasized discipline, endurance, and adaptability. They fought in tight formations, such as the testudo or tortoise formation, which protected them from enemy projectiles. What set the Romans apart was their ability to innovate. They developed advanced siege technologies, constructed roads and fortifications to support their campaigns, and integrated conquered peoples into their army, creating a diverse and adaptable force. A Roman legionary was not just a warrior, but a builder, engineer, and diplomat, a testament to the multifaceted nature of Rome's dominance. Emerging from the cold, rugged lands of Scandinavia, the Vikings struck terror into the hearts of medieval Europe. Their longships, capable of navigating both open seas and shallow rivers, allowed them to raid deep into the heartlands of their enemies. Armed with axes, swords, and shields, Viking warriors were formidable in both individual combat and large-scale battles. But the Vikings were more than just raiders. They were explorers, traders, and settlers who reached as far as North America centuries before Columbus. Their warrior ethos known as Drangskaper, emphasized bravery, loyalty, and honor in battle. This combination of ferocity and adaptability made the Vikings one of history's most enduring warrior cultures. In the Aztec Empire, warfare was deeply tied to religion. Jaguar warriors, elite fighters of the Aztec military, were tasked not only with defeating enemies, but also capturing them alive for ritual sacrifice. Clad in jaguar skins and armed with obsidian-bladed weapons, they embodied the strength and ferocity of their totem animal. Their training was rigorous, beginning in youth, and their status as warriors was a pathway to social mobility. The Aztecs viewed war as a divine duty, believing their victories sustained the gods and ensured the survival of their world. Though their empire fell to the Spanish in the 16th century, the legacy of the Jaguar warriors lives on as a symbol of Aztec strength and spirituality. Under the leadership of Shaka Zulu in the early 19th century, the Zulu warriors transformed into one of the most feared fighting forces in Africa. Shaka revolutionized Zulu warfare, introducing the Iklua, a short stabbing spear designed for close combat, and the horns of the buffalo formation, which encircled and overwhelmed enemies. Zulu warriors, or Impis, underwent intense physical and mental training. They marched barefoot 4 miles, built their endurance, and learned to fight as a cohesive unit. Their discipline and tactics allowed them to defeat more technologically advanced forces, including the British at the Battle of Isandlwana in 1879, a stunning victory that showcased the brilliance of their strategy. The Persian Immortals were an elite force of 10,000 warriors who formed the backbone of the Achaemenid Empire's military. They were called Immortals because their numbers were always maintained. If one fell, another immediately took their place. Clad in scale armor and armed with bows, spears, and shields, they were versatile soldiers capable of adapting to different combat scenarios. The Immortals were not just warriors but also symbols of the empire's power and unity. They accompanied the Persian kings on campaigns and served as both shock troops and bodyguards. Their legacy endures as a testament to the sophistication and strength of one of history's greatest empires. From the disciplined Spartans to the fearless Zulu Impis, these warriors represent the pinnacle of human endurance, strategy, and bravery. Each culture's approach to warfare reflects its values, its challenges, and its vision of greatness, but their stories also remind us of the costs of war, the lives lost, the empires that rose and fell, and the indelible marks left on history. Which of these ancient warriors do you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the past.